And then in your role, did you ever have direct conversations with any sitting senator or member of the House?
During my time in the office, I certainly interacted with members of Congress, yes.
Do you recall who?
Primarily Democratic members, but members of the House, being part of group conversations and things like that. Yes, I mean, Congressman Raskin or Congressman Nadler or other members of relevant committees for my portfolio.
I'm gonna shift back again to Hunter Biden just a little bit. Did you ever have any discussions with Abby Lowell or any of other Hunter Biden's lawyers?
Yeah, I did meet. I have met with her and talked to Abby Lowell. Yes.
Do you recall the contents of those conversations?
It was only a couple of times, not frequent. Generally speaking, Hunter's had his own personal counsel, as you know, and something that I would probably most frequent interaction would be to tell White House reporters that has nothing to do with the president. That's a Hunter Biden question. Go talk to Hunter Biden's representatives, or to refer, press inquiries to Hunter Biden's lawyer. So that would be my most frequent interaction with him.
Were you a part of any conversations regarding Mr. Biden, Hunter Biden's legal strategy?
Yeah, maybe one or two, just to hear sort of what they were doing. I was not a part of his legal decision making at all.
This committee had a hearing that he just kind of showed up to. Were you a part of any conversations regarding that?
No, I did not know about that until he showed up.
All right. Were you involved in any discussions surrounding his criminal investigation, such as whether or not the president should go to his trial?
I wasn't a part of any substantive decision making about whether the president should go to his trial.
It would be more informed of what was happening so that you could inform the press. Is that fair?
I certainly was monitoring the press coverage around it and, being aware of what was happening, and certainly had, discussions with colleagues, at the staff level about what the press coverage was, which reporters were there, things like that.
But not necessarily part of any of the substantive kind of decision-making conversations?
No, I was not part of those.
What about involvement in any discussions regarding this committee's investigation of Hunter outside of him testifying? So I'll be specific.
Yeah, please, thank you.
The committee subpoenaed the Department of Justice for the special counsel, her audio tape. Do you recall that subpoena?
Yes.
Were there conversations within the White House regarding that subpoena?
Yes.
DOJ refused to produce it. Did the White House instruct them not to produce it?
To my knowledge, no.
Were you aware that they were going to refuse that subpoena?
I don't remember exactly whether I was aware in advance or whether it was, the DOJ, Merrick Garland made a decision not to, and that was when I found out about it. I can't recall exactly when, but certainly was aware of that.
But you don't recall a specific instruction from the White House counsel's office to not comply?
No.
Similarly, the committee subpoenaed Ms. Tomasini. Do you recall that subpoena?
For this?
No. Subpoenaed her for a deposition, I believe, I thought we did.
During my time in the White House?
Yes.
I think I would have recalled or would have known that happened at the time. I don't remember that happening now, but.
What about Ms. Williams or Mr. Bernal? I believe this committee subpoenaed both of them as well.
I would have been aware of that at the time.
I don't recall them testifying. Were you aware of any conversations about not complying with those subpoenas?
Yeah, my understanding was legal determinations had been made that it was inappropriate for them to do so before other steps of the accommodations process with Congress had transpired. And so, when those decisions would be made, by the lawyers, I certainly was aware of them and knew of them and, handled media around those or press responses around those or public communications around those.
But not involved with the substantive discussion of whether or not to comply?
I mean, I think that I certainly would have been in conversations around how to respond to a letter or a subpoena like that. I certainly am not a legal expert on the legal decision-making around that. But I certainly know of, the arguments that there was, an insufficient level of, accommodations or whatever in that process to have happened before they do that.
Did you give any advice on whether or not to comply with those subpoenas?
Certainly not legal advice that I am aware of, that I made recommendations around that.